So hello everybody, this will be my long form version of my Starsand Island review. I have a bunch I want to say about this game. It is a super good one, and I hope that you guys like my review. So let's jump right into it with fishing first. In Starsand Island, it's super simple. You just throw in your fishing hook, and then you wait for a bite. You wait for bites, you bite, and then you just hold spacebar down. Well, right trigger in the case of a key, in the case of a controller, it's super simple, not very difficult to do. It's very simple. If you touchdown do valleys, fishing was too difficult. This fishing is not difficult whatsoever. You'd have fun with it. It's super easy to do. Combat in Starsand Island. As you can see, you just shoot a bomb arrow, and then you just kind of shoot the crap out of the Wind Guardian. Now, I'm making it look a little bit easier because I'm like fully upgraded and stuff. But to be honest with you, the combat's not very difficult. Even when you're leveling up, then getting your different skills, like using the slingshot, it's not very hard to do. So, if you're looking for something more interesting combat-wise, this is definitely not a good farming game for you. If you compare that combat to a game like Rune Factory Guardians right here that you're seeing gameplay footage of, the combat in Rune Factory Guardians is just way better. You got more hits, and the monsters are actually attacking you more often, and you get different skills and stuff you can do too. So, and you even have ultimates in this game, so if you're looking for something more like combat oriented, or a little bit more like a JRPG, then something like Rune Factory Guardians would be much more up like your alley of what you're looking for. But easy combat isn't necessarily bad for a farming game. So this is the progression system, like the skill tree. In it, there's a bunch of different skill tree options. Most of them just give you small bonuses, but there's still super good progression. It's something that you can strive to upgrade. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff that makes Starsand Island a really good farming game. So there's a bunch of progression related things you can do in Starsand, like you can get different pets that have different mutations. They can even become different versions of themselves. You can get orange sheep, blue sheep. You can also get different versions of chickens, different versions of sheeps. Like there's this one that even looks, it's called a cloud goat. Well, cloud sheep. And it's basically a goat, and it just looks, you see him over there, right there. He's right over there, the balloon right there. But he is basically just a little sheep that is just for riding. He has a skill attached to him too. I don't know if the other ones do, but he does. So there's a bunch of things you can do that really have like long-term progression goals. Because you can build a house, you can build your farm. There's a bunch of different like islands you can buy. There's a bunch of land progression. You can really progress quite far in Starsand Island. Because on top of the normal progression which you'd expect, you get a farm, and you do farming stuff like this, farming skills, there's even a skill tree and such. There are just a lot of things that you can really go on to and do in Starsand Island. Like, and the exploration side of it, which is where the combat is, where the mining is as well. There's a big mine, you go through there and kill some mobs, you do some mining, it's super good, and it's really good content-wise, it's really good progression systems-wise. And on top of that, they have a mount system. You can get different animals that can be mounts. So you have ostriches, you have horses, and then those mounts can they can mutate too and become different versions of horses or different versions of ostriches. So like there's the white horse. There is some other ones like the goat. Once again, the sheep is the ability to be mounts, and that one sheep can become a mount and have a skill attached to it. There's also little robots you can get to help you do stuff on your farm. It's got a lot of progression in it. It's for an early access game, it has a lot that you can do in it. In fact, it's got one of the more open-ended progression systems, like for longevity, of a farming game that I've played. The only downside to these systems is that the clothing is related to the battle pass system, which isn't super good in my opinion. It's a little bit unfortunate. Like, this is what the battle pass system looks like. It's all in the game. It's not like monetary currency, like in real world currency. But it's just a little bit unfortunate that the cosmetics are locked behind this. It takes a pretty long time to actually upgrade anything in here, like to get pretty far in it. So it'd be nice if the cosmetics was unlocked in different ways other than just the battle pass. Like if you could buy them, or if you can do some other type of progression to get them. Maybe, just have it related to crafting, or maybe even add in like a tailoring skill. A tailoring skill would be pretty cool to be able to get more clothing options. Because it's not a very good system to have your like clothing locked behind a system similar to this. I wish that they would have went with a different way to unlock clothing. And it's not just clothing in this system, but it's pretty much just clothing. Little things that you can get, like bibs and babs. Like I think that's where I got my orange and blue suit from. So it's not our clothing, but it is unfortunate that the clothing gets mostly lagged behind this system. The requirements, the gold requirements for some of the, well, to buy the different like farming plots, different islands would be the way to put it. Are quite expensive. I'm not sure if they'll tone that down for maybe the official release or if they're supposed to be like that, but they probably should be toned down a little bit. They're a little bit high right now. But all in all, I think Starsand Island is a super good game. I would recommend it. It's definitely at least an 8 out of 10. But if you're looking for it to be better than like Stardew Valley, no, it's not better than it. It is definitely different from it though. It is something that's different that you can play and have a lot of fun. And definitely if you want to unlock everything and do everything to like the maximum that you can do stuff in the game. Because there's a bunch of... So you just saw me summon my motorcycle. There's a motorcycle. I recently unlocked the new car that's in there. And there's different there's different horses, you know, stuff that you can get. So there's a lot of progression. The festival system needs a little bit of work. They only have 2 festivals, which is a little bit disappointing, honestly. And they're not super interesting either, which is also kind of a problem. They're like, once Chinese New Year, you go do stuff for people, and like that's pretty much it. The beach one, well, the summer festival was a bit more interesting, but it's kind of also lackluster too. The cool thing about it is you get to like do a little event that way you like ride around on a jet ski, and that's pretty cool. But all in all, I think Starsand Island is a solid 8 out of 10. I would highly recommend you playing it. Definitely if you like farming games that tend to be a little bit more on the easier side. Yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoy this review of Starsand Island, and I hope that maybe it helped you a little bit in informing your purchase decision. Like I said, I'm not sponsored. There's no kickback for me saying this. It is just a really good game. I would recommend you play it. With Alberts, even though it's even in early access, I would highly recommend that you play this, pick up this farming game and play it for a bit. It's super worth it. Solid 8 out of 10, would recommend.